Hey babes, it is the last video of October and that means we are doing a favourites video. Before I share with you my top 10 favourite plants of October, if you're new, thank you so much for joining me today. My name's Amy. If you're not new, thank you for coming back. Let's get into the plants. So I will say a lot of the plants on this list, well, half of the plants on this list are Antherium. Are we surprised? I don't think we are. This first one, I know this leaf is not looking that great, but this one is. This is my Anthurium sagittatum. I have it in a no drainage vessel with a leca layer at the bottom for a water reservoir. I did let it dry out, hence the complete, oh my gosh, the light's terrible, isn't it? So I did let it dry out, and that is why the oldest leaf on this has a completely crispy edge all the way around it. I will eventually chop that one off because it is super ugly, but this is its new leaf that it's putting out. Ooh. Look at that. It's so cool. I love how wide the sinus is. The petiole is ridiculously long. Like this one normally sits in the cabinet, which is looking a bit haphazard because I've pulled all of my favourites out of it. This leaf is touching the ceiling. Like I don't think it was reaching for light because the grow light is like right here. So I feel like it's almost too close to the grow light. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just going to be a really massive leaf and it needed a long petiole for leaf length. I don't know. But I'm going to have to take it out of the cabinet because, as I said, it is touching the top. I have only just removed it, but it wouldn't surprise me if the lobes show some damage from where it was. It was like pushed up at the top and I had to like drag it a bit to get it out. But yeah, that's my first favourite. Oh God. My first favourite, Anthurium sagittatum. Okay, let's alternate. Let's do a non-Anthurium next. Just bring the cord with me. Oh! So next up is my Elaphoglossum metallicum. I'm sorry, can we just take a moment for the disco ball reflections? I freaking love having a disco ball. It makes me so happy. I mean, they're moving very fast at the moment, but I love having the disco ball reflections. Also, do you like my eek light? It's from Sainsbury's. Anyway, Elaphoglossum metallicum. I recently repotted this one and I'm so happy that I did. So this is 3 different plants all together. And if you're not familiar, I'm sorry, I'm so far away from the camera. If you're not familiar with this plant, it's actually a fern and it's got that kind of blue oil slick colouring to it. It like the colouring reminds me of like a peacock. It's so beautiful. And I have new growth down here. This is a new leaf, and then there's like a little cluster here of maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little leaves coming up, which is so exciting. I really didn't think I was going to be able to care for this one, but I'm doing all right. I think the like damage that it's got, like here, is it came with that when I imported it. I got it from Equigenera, so it's not deteriorated in any way. It's doing okay. I'm impressed. It's definitely been a favourite. I've been keeping an eye on this little section with the new growth all month. So next up is an Antherium that I got in a trade with Michaela from Please Send Nodes. I traded some of my Anthurium Argyriosatrum yasuni, which you can see a little bit of here, and I got this in return. This is a Warocqueanum and Waterburyanum hybrid. Actually, I think it's Waterburyanum Warocqueanum because the names, the way round makes a difference, doesn't it? I don't know for definite. I think it's Waterburyanum Warocqueanum, and my eyes are drawn to this plant. This one just sits kind of on this little middle section here in my cabinet, and the green has such a blue tint to it, kind of in the sun. It is stunning. It is so beautiful. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to capture it on camera with the kind of sunlight that we've got going on right now, but you're just going to have to trust me. I'll try and insert some clips if I can to show you, but it's just, oh, it's so shimmery, and just like, even like there's the velvet kind of sheen to it, but there's also a sparkle just in the leaf on its own. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to capture, I don't think I can. There's just a glitteriness to this leaf that is so eye-catching. It's beautiful. I recently did repot it. It is rooting and tooting in here. This is the Soil Ninja Antherium and Orchid soil. We've got some aerial roots coming in. Such a like juicy thick one. Yeah, I'm really enjoying having this hybrid Anthurium in my collection. It's beautiful. I love the shape of it as well, like how like short the lobes are, and then kind of how wide the leaf is and how long it is. Like, I really love this plant. Michaela was right. She was like, I think you're really going to enjoy this Anthurium, and I do. It's stunning. I am so happy to have this in my collection. Next non-Anthurium is my Pilea Peperomioides. I did repot her in, I think it was in my like week of plant chores video. Like, I did a plant chore every day and I repotted her into this really tall vessel, and I think she looks stunning. Look at all of the roots that have grown, and you can see where like new little pups are trying to come up. I don't really know whether they're going to make it to the surface. That little cluster there, I don't know if they'll make it to the surface, but even if they don't, because they're in a glass vessel, they'll still be able to like photosynthesize a bit, so they'll be all right. Smashed up against the glass. That's probably why they're coming up. Like, they probably think it's like the surface, and actually they're just, oh, that makes me feel bad. They're just smashed against the glass. Oh, she is, how many years old is she now? 5, maybe? I'll put a photo of her when I first got her. She was teeny tiny, and so the photo of the teeny one is this big bit up here. She's got a massive bare section down here, and yeah, that's her now. And obviously she's got lots of her own pups down here. I love this one. It's like growing out and down. Getting out of breath, she's really heavy. And she's got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 little pups down at the surface here, and I love the way she's looking. Let me stand all the way back. Look at her. She's so pretty. I really love her. I really love her. She is a classic that I think like everyone should have in their collection, to be honest, and just watch how funky they can grow. They're so weird. Love her. So next Anthurium on this list is none other than the Queen herself. She's looking so good. Oh, she's looking stunning. This is her newest leaf. It is now officially like hardened off. I love these lobes. How freaking cute are they? Like, just stunning. Both of these leaves are stunning. This old one has got a little bit of crisping, again I think from drying out. She's beautiful. I have given her this pole, or like, well, really wide pot extension, and I'm hoping that I can just kind of build her up as she grows up nice and tall. But wow, I don't even know what else to say. She's just beautiful. Like, oh, she's stunning. Oh, sorry, I've had to open the window and now the curtain is gusting. she's stunning. I love her. I never thought I would be able to own this Anthurium at this size, and I'm just so thankful that I have her in my collection, and I cannot wait to see how big she can get. I think I might have to start growing her out in like just out in the room and not in the cabinet. To be honest, the difference in the environment between my cabinet and the shelves is not that big. A lot of the time, if there is a difference, it might be like a degree in kind of temperature and humidity, depending on the day. There can be a difference of like maybe 15%, but that's not that often. Often the environments are very similar, usually because generally I have the doors open. Like they're normally kind of a bit ajar, just to, like, I keep them ajar for airflow, and so it's not an enclosed cabinet at all. But it works, and all of the plants seem to be okay, and I find that they transition out really well. So yeah, like with the Sagittatum, I'm gonna have to move that one out of the cabinet because it doesn't fit anymore. I'm not worried about it like tanking basically now that it has to come out. Same with this one, I think it'll be absolutely fine if I have to move it out of the cabinet. But at the moment she does still fit. So I think the next non-Antherium is going to be a bit of a surprise if you're not new to my channel. It is actually my Philodendron Gloriosum, and I say I imagine it's going to be a bit of a surprise because I've hated on this plant so much. And here it is in one of my favourites videos. Like, that makes no sense, does it? First of all, I still don't like crawlers. Like, I just find the growth pattern annoying. I really do. It's just not one for me. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Just keep extending? Like, I don't know. But that's beside the point. She has been a favourite this month. I've really been enjoying watching this leaf unfurl and harden off. Like, that is stunning. That is stunning. She's beautiful. She's heart-shaped. She's velvety. She's got like the slightly coral pink back to her. This is what her other leaf that she put out kind of unexpectedly up against the wall. I basically neglected her, and she's shown me that I shouldn't. I have cut off, see this petiole here? She had 3 leaves down here before. One was really looking ugly, so I've chopped that one off, and now I've left these 2 here. This one's got some browning at the edges. It's not the most obvious. But yeah, she sits next to my TV on the floor. Obviously I can't really see this leaf very well, but this one's just like sat there front and center, and just hit myself in the face. It's stunning. She's beautiful. She's definitely made a comeback and made me realize the error of my ways. I just need to figure out how to really love her as a crawler. I still haven't quite figured out what I want to do with her yet, but yeah, so pretty. Right, I'm not going to go to another Anthurium just yet because I actually want to save the best till last. So I'm going to talk about this little Philodendron. This is my Philodendron tortum that I got from the plant swap recently in Bristol, which I'll have linked in the cards here if you want to check that out. It's pushed out a new leaf, and I've just really enjoyed watching it unfurl because it is so freaky. Like, it's such a good plant for October. This is the new leaf it's been pushing out. Like, I've just enjoyed it. It's like unfurled like one little kind of like frond every day and opened up into like this just weird freaky looking plant. I've definitely warmed to this plant. I've enjoyed seeing it grow. I actually cannot wait to see this plant be massive. I can't wait. So yeah. Oh no, this leaf has been breaking. Okay, just snapped a little bit of the leaf off, but that's okay. It's been breaking for a while. Yeah, just a massive shout out. Thank you to Robin for swapping this with me. I'm so excited to have it in my collection. Up next, Anthurium fagettiey, and I'm sorry, I've been rabbiting on about this plant all month. I cannot get over the size of the new leaf. Like, it's actually bigger than my head. It like, it's huge. Are you serious? Like, I know the previous one was big, but it's not this big, and it's still a bit floppy. Like, it is definitely very nearly fully sized, but it's still a bit floppy. Like, I cannot get over the size of this fagettiey leaf. I'm so in love with it, and I love this little like flick, this little tail flick at the end. Like, it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like, I would like, so obviously I think there's like the fagettiey white stripes, which I think this one is, isn't it? Because of the like silver, the sun just keeps moving. Because of the silver veining. And then there's, I don't know if it's called like the fagettiey dark form, or if it's just called the fagettiey, like where the veining is so muted it's almost like an electric green and the leaf is really, really dark. I would like one of those in my collection as well. Like, this is just, it's stunning. I love it. I'm so happy with it. This leaf is getting a little bit battered. It did come out slightly wonky, but there's been a little bit of underwatering. The water reservoir is full at the moment. When this one's fully hardened off, I am going to repot it into a bigger vessel. But I love this plant. I love this plant. Second to last on this list is a plant that I don't actually think has been on my channel. I might be wrong, but I don't think I've ever shown it on my channel. This is my Peperomia Incana, and I have this. I actually have it in pon, and there's always a water reservoir at the bottom. Like, that's unusual. I don't think I've got any other plants like this, like set up like this. But it's doing so well. It's been pushing out this new leaf here. There's a whole new stem down here, and there's a new leaf growing just here. If you've never felt this peperomia before, you need to find it and you need to feel it, because it is so soft, honestly. It's also an absolute dust magnet, but the leaves are actually fuzzy. It's not all dust, but they're so soft, so soft. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. I've just been really enjoying watching it grow, and I really like the like kind of grey toned pot with the grey toned leaves. It has been a favourite. It's been catching my eye. I've been stroking the leaves every now and then. I've just been really enjoying it, and just wanted to showcase it in this month's favourites. Okay, I'm so excited to show you this next one. I'm trying to hide the new leaf. This is my Anthemagnific Verde, and honestly, this leaf is everything. I've always said this plant puts out the most amazing emergent leaves. It's so red. I don't think the camera's even going to do it justice. I'll probably put in some like photos or video clips in a different light, but are you serious? Like, ooh. Can you even? Just look at it. Wow. Is that not a stunning emergent leaf? It blows me away. The back is this gorgeous pink colour. Oh. What's really annoying is that it literally, I feel like every single time a new leaf has come out on this plant, it's gone the opposite way to the previous leaf. It's been spread eagle its whole life. And what's really annoying is that at the moment, this is sat on the shelves this way round, so I can't even see this leaf. It is facing the wall. What I can see though is the inflow. So if you don't know the backstory, I pollinated this Antherium. I crossed it with, it's an unknown Pappy hybrid, but from like kind of doing a little bit digging, asking around, it's possibly a Pappy crossed with a subsignatum, which is the Velvet Moira kind of named hybrid. So I've pollinated it with that. I thought it was being successful. We have like some bumps, which you can kind of see there starting, so what look like the beginning of berries, but we have got some colour changing to the inflow, and some people are saying that's a good thing, some people are saying it's a bad thing, and I don't know. This is the first ever successful pollination I've had, so I don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I would really love to see what that hybrid looks like, but yeah, fingers crossed. So because it is pushing out a new leaf and it's working on an infructescence, it's working on berries. I've been keeping a closer eye on the watering on this one, and I am trying to keep the like reservoir at the bottom here wet so that it's got enough water for both the berries and the new leaf. But yeah, the main reason I did want to show you was because of the new leaf. Like, it's just beautiful. I'm so in love with it, so in love with it. And like, this one was a big leaf before. This leaf was big, but the sinus is like a completely different shape. Like, look at those kind of like bunny ears together, and then this one's got this real kind of V-shaped sinus. So I'm intrigued to see what this will look like when it's fully grown and hardened off. But yeah, it's just stunning, and I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, in my opinion, definitely saved the best till last. Okay, so that's it for this video. Those are my top 10 favourites of October 2023. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you might be interested in checking out this video. If you do, I'll see you over there. If you're not already, please consider subscribing, join the family. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.